Hello, my name is Mark Blatstein, the physician founder of Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. This is the fourth and last in the series on restitution and fines and whatever financial penalties you may have. We're going to discuss the Fairness in Restitution Act, and this is put together through a nonprofit, which I'll go through at the end of this. Fairness is mandated in about 15% of federal criminal cases. And you can go to my website, Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service, pprsus.com. Let me see if I can pull this up for you to take a look. pprsus.com, white collar sentencing mitigation solutions. Please don't hesitate if you want to engage my services. Phone number is 240-888-7778. Back to the topic of the moment. Restitution is mandated in about 15% of federal criminal convictions every year, serving as a means to compensate victims rather than to penalize the defendants. However, in many cases, it's become excessively burdensome, fails to reflect the actual harm done, and lacks sufficient evidence to justify the amounts ordered. It's crucial to reassess how restitution is applied and to ensure it truly serves its intended purpose. Even after completing a prison sentence, individuals often struggle with the restitution orders that impede their ability to rebuild their lives, support their families. Many who serve short sentences face these financial burdens for years or even decades, making restitution feel like life sentences. Federal restitution laws have become increasingly punitive, highlighting the need for advocacy for a fair system. Changes to federal restitution law have become increasingly punitive, raising concerns about fairness for defendants. Ladies of Hope Ministries, along with the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers, have addressed these issues to create Fairness and Restitution Act, advocating for a more just system. And this is how they would do it: ensuring fairness, proportionality, and accuracy in the amount of restitution owed. Require that the government show. Now, these are points that your attorney can address um, in their own way, but understanding that these are requests because this is not yet a law. Ensuring fairness, proportionality, and accuracy in the amount of requested owed requires that the government show actual loss sustained by a victim as a direct proximate result of as the defendant's actions, as a result of your actions. Eliminate the joint and several liability that ensure that defendants are only responsible for what you've caused. Provide a right to an evidentiary hearing for proving or disproving the amounts included in the order. Preventing restitution obligations from becoming overly onerous or lengthy, changing the statutory period of liability from maybe 20 to 10 years, and prevent extensions which are not authorized under current law, but oftentimes permitted by the courts. Allow courts to consider the economic circumstances of a defendant so that defendants are not burdened with unfair or unrealistic restitution requirements. Prevent the seizing or garnishment of wages, benefits, or certain other amounts that would render the defendant poor enough to qualify for the appointment of counsel under federal guidelines. Allow defendants to petition for a change in their restitution order if their economic circumstances change. I mean, they may be able to pay more likely, they're probably not able to pay what they're paying at this moment. Helping victims recover while also helping defendants avoid burdensome debt. Require that any amounts collected by the government first go to satisfy the restitution order in cases where both restitution and forfeiture were required. Allow settlements of restitution obligations, which would guarantee an amount of restitution for victims instead of false promise of unrealistic restitution orders. Exempt any reduction in restitution amount owed from being counted as income for tax purposes. We hope you'll join the efforts of both of these nonprofits that are overlooked currently in federal criminal law. And then this is the actual action that's being taken by these two nonprofits, Lady of Hope Ministries and the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. Please engage my services should you have any questions. Give me a call. And I thank you for taking the time to listen into these 4 individual videos. Have a good day and stay safe.